The animators are on shaky ground.
Yes, correct.
What happened with the actor strike? Did they settle that? Is that over?
And she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
She will remind you that she hates Snow White.
After everything that's unfolded, you'd think the Snow White controversy had hit rock bottom. But somehow, Disney managed to dig even deeper. The release of the official trailer has only made the situation spiral further out of control. At the time of this video, the trailer has racked up 32,000 likes, but over 800,000 dislikes. And those numbers are skyrocketing by the minute.
I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have.
The trailer has left viewers calling it a chaotic mix of all the worst traits of modern Disney. The clunky CGI, the preachy woke performances, and the complete overhaul of beloved characters to force a more modern narrative. Because apparently, classic fairy tales no longer offer meaningful lessons, have all combined into one massive storm of controversy. The trailer seems caught between two conflicting stories, the original Disney classic and its modernized reimagining. The result? A jarring and disconnected mess. While Disney tries to mirror the nostalgic look of the original film and even include iconic moments, there's no real space for any of it within their heavily reworked modern vision. It feels like a clash no one asked for. It's almost unbelievable that a powerhouse like Disney, with access to virtually unlimited resources, could churn out CGI this bad. Yet, as project budgets skyrocket, the quality seems to plummet just as quickly. According to Forbes, the production costs for Snow White have already ballooned to a staggering $269.5 million. Judging by the trailers and the avalanche of online backlash, this film is shaping up to be yet another colossal disaster for Disney. Over the past 2 years, the studio has poured an absurd amount of money into reshoots, post-production, and marketing, all for this one movie. By the time Snow White finally hits theaters, it's almost certain the total cost will soar past $300 million. And for what? Another potential flop? Let's start with the fuel behind this multi-million-dollar disaster. Rachel Zegler and her, let's say, controversial political comments. Instead of connecting with audiences, her remarks sparked a firestorm of backlash. Things got so out of hand that Disney had to step in, practically forcing her to issue an awkward, half-hearted apology. But here's the catch. Nobody bought it. The damage was already done, and the public outrage only continued to snowball. You'd think this might have been a wake-up call for Disney. Think again. Instead, they've been working overtime behind the scenes to save both the film and Zegler's crumbling reputation. Spoiler alert, that's not going so well either. Now, here's where things get really messy. Between Zegler's controversies, the public shredding Snow White to pieces, and the constant drama swirling around Disney's execs, this fiasco has turned into a full-blown migraine for Bob Iger and his team. Even Greta Gerwig, the acclaimed writer, and director Mark Webb are reportedly questioning how they got dragged into this chaos. Disney's decision-making has been downright chaotic, frantically pulling every string to control the damage. But somehow every move they make only seems to deepen the disaster. Now, here's where the plot thickens. Disney has taken some drastic steps against Rachel Zegler in an attempt to control the fallout. For starters, they've canceled nearly all of her appearances tied to the film. And these aren't just minor events. The most shocking? A highly anticipated singing performance at the world premiere of Snow White. Zegler was supposed to step into the spotlight dressed as Snow White, guitar in hand, ready to dazzle the audience with her vocals. That plan? Completely scrapped, but there's even more. Zegler was also slated to perform at the Oscars as part of the movie's press tour. That too has been axed. And if that wasn't enough, Disney has reportedly pulled the plug on several interviews designed to position Zegler as the face of their DEI initiative. It seems they've decided to sideline her altogether. Rachel Zegler isn't taking this quietly. Word on the street is that she's furious. Her team is already accusing Disney of discrimination, claiming the studio is breaking promises outlined in her contract. Behind closed doors, insiders have described her behavior as borderline unhinged, with tensions running sky-high between her and Disney executives. Rumor has it, Zegler is actively exploring legal action, or any other way to fight back against what she views as a major betrayal. Meanwhile, Disney is scrambling to contain the chaos, desperately trying to manage the fallout from a movie that hasn't even hit theaters yet. At this point, it's anyone's guess how Disney plans to escape this mess. But one thing is clear, the public isn't buying into a Snow White remake dripping with controversy. Zegler's involvement, paired with the studio's relentless push of their agenda, has turned what should have been a celebrated reimagining into an unmitigated disaster of epic proportions. But hold on. If you thought the Rachel Zegler and Snow White saga couldn't possibly spiral further out of control, think again. Disney's mishandling of this disaster is reaching jaw-dropping levels of absurdity, and the cracks are now impossible to ignore. From canceled performances to abysmal test screenings, the situation has gone from bad to catastrophic, and it's dragging Zegler's career down with it. Why? Because Snow White wasn't just another gig for Zegler, it was supposed to be the project to cement her status in Hollywood, and yet, the disastrous test screenings have turned this film into the final straw. 7 rounds in, and not a single audience has responded positively. This isn't a minor stumble, it's a glaring red flag. And with a reputation this battered, the stakes couldn't be higher. So what could possibly go even worse for the live-action Snow White and its embattled star? Disney has been slashing Rachel Zegler's involvement left and right. Public appearances, scrapped. The Oscars performance, canceled. Even her holiday parade gigs, intended to build hype for the film, have been quietly nixed. For a movie already drowning in controversy, losing these crucial marketing opportunities feels like tossing it into the deep end without a life vest. Zegler isn't staying silent, though. She's taken to social media, pointing fingers at Disney, accusing them of discrimination, and claiming her career is being sabotaged by online backlash. But here's the twist. Disney's executives are hitting back. According to them, it's not the public, but Zegler's own outspoken comments and social media antics that have fueled this PR nightmare. Cutting her from the spotlight, they say, is their desperate attempt at damage control. And here's where things get really interesting. The chaos surrounding Zegler is quickly becoming a cautionary tale for Hollywood. Studios are now rethinking their casting decisions, watching the Snow White debacle unfold and wondering, how did it all go so wrong? Take Blumhouse Productions as an example. Rachel Zegler was set to star in a high-profile horror trilogy designed to rival Scream. That deal completely scrapped. She was quietly dropped, signaling that her growing reputation as a liability is starting to impact her career in an industry built on public favor. Over the last 2 years, Zegler has earned a reputation as a controversy magnet. Whether it's her involvement with Snow White or divisive political commentary, she hasn't missed an opportunity to stir up drama. Remember the reported tensions with her co-star Gal Gadot? Their clashing views on the conflict only deepened the chaos, turning what should have been a united front into another PR disaster. The fallout from their feud has further dismantled the film's already crumbling promotional efforts. And as for the movie itself, it hasn't escaped the wrath of fans either. Disney's decision to stray so far from the original Snow White story has sparked a wave of criticism online. Fans have been openly voicing their frustration with the changes, and it's only adding more fuel to this already blazing fire. So, how bad is it for Rachel Zegler? With controversies piling up, intense public backlash, and constant setbacks, she's clearly not on the right track. Her big project, Snow White, is shaping up to be a full-blown disaster, and it's bound to impact her year ahead. In the end, this Snow White debacle isn't just a PR nightmare, it's a wake-up call. Disney's gamble on Zegler and their broader agenda has backfired badly, and the final fallout is yet to come when the movie finally hits theaters next year. What's your take on the doomed remake of Snow White and Rachel Zegler's chaotic behavior? Let us know in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe for more on the latest celebrity news and all the behind-the-scenes drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.